All right, turning now to Lansing. Governor Snyder has signed a $54.5 billion state budget for the 2016 fiscal year. The budget includes $400 million from the general fund for road repairs. Huzzah. There's a modest increase in per pupil funding for schools, and the film incentives are being cut entirely. Critics say the budget falls short on priorities, especially in terms of finding a long-term fix for the state's crumbling roads and bridges. You will hear the governor, though, tout the fact that they are done with this budget way before the deadline.
Yeah, I don't think this budget's done.
You don't think the budget is done?
No, I mean, I think sometime between now and October,
they're going to have to go
hopefully
back
they're going to get
and
a road agreement in place, and that will necessitate throwing this budget out, because it'll include a lot of cuts that aren't in this budget, and hopefully some new revenue. So if this budget's set, we're all in trouble when it comes to roads.
Why are we all in trouble?
Well, we're in trouble with roads. We're also in trouble in terms of the investment agenda that the governor laid out in his State of the State talk. We go back to the earlier this year, and he was up there talking about the river of opportunity and investing in things that would give people chances to move up the economic ladder. This budget doesn't reflect a lot of that, and that's not his fault.
I mean, he's got his preschool reading.
The preschool thing is in there, yeah. But look at what's not being done in K-12. Look at what we still are not doing in higher ed. We still are not catching up for all the losses that we sustained in the 2000 to 2010 window, and so it's a little disappointing in that way. I'm not sure how much of the blame I lay at his feet. It's he's got a legislature that's absolutely unwilling to go along.
We're not printing money in this state. I mean, it's a $54 million budget, but only somewhat less than 10 or around 10 million is actual general fund money that they can do the things you're talking about with. I mean, it does reflect
this,
it does reflect this sort of changing relationship over the last couple of decades between Washington and the states, where so much of the spending is in the budget is mandated out of Washington. There's very little discretionary money to work with, and it's fine to say we need new revenue, we need to raise taxes, but this is a state where household incomes have barely moved in 10, 12 years. That's a big ask.
So what kind of work is actually going to be happening this summer on a roads deal?
Well, the Senate's going to stay in session. The House went home. The House feels like their little fantasy fix that
they put something on the table and they said, this is what we want, so you guys go figure it out from there.
Now they're going to the beach. They didn't produce a solution here. They produced another gimmick, another Band-Aid.
Where's the precedent for opening up the budget and going back in after you've signed it?
Well, I mean, technically you don't have to be done with the budget till what, September, the end of September? It's October 1 as the 5th. So, I mean, the governor has been really proud of getting things done early because we used to be so late. It used to go past October 1. But there's nothing wrong. I'm not sure how long you have to go back before you would see them doing this. Usually it would be because something happened and you had to well,
you have to go in and budget and make adjustments. We did it every spring for years here. So I mean, you can always open the document. I mean, as Steve said, it doesn't go into effect till October 1st. And if they get a roads deal, they're going to have to open it up.
And let's hope they get a roads deal.